Good evening and welcome to the North Carolina Chamber Music Institute's Celebration Fundraiser, coming to you virtually and on Facebook Live. I'm Walty Rasulullah, President of the NCCMI Board of Trustees, and it is my honor to welcome you here tonight. Tonight you will hear the story of how our students came together to make music during this very challenging year. In many ways, our program was a port in the storm for students, as NCCMI provided life-affirming social connections and a powerful way to express their emotions. We are honored to bring this event to you from the beautiful home of Charles and Barbara Helton. They have graciously invited us to this beautiful space for an evening of wonderful music performed by our talented and hard-working students and their teachers. Before we begin, here are some housekeeping notes to share. Please stay muted during the presentation. Feel free to write comments in the chat. You'll see the chat icon at the bottom of your screen. Everyone, we invite you to share your comments and tell us if you have made a donation. Let's build some excitement tonight. Within the chat, there is a link to the NCCMI donation page. Feel free to copy and paste the donate link into your browser to visit our website. Your support is much appreciated. The printed program for tonight is linked in the chat box. Click or paste the link to view the program. If you have any questions or technical issues, ask them in the Q&A and someone will get back to you shortly. We hope you've picked up your gourmet dinner and drink of choice by now, and we want to thank Harvest 18 and Wine Feed for working with us to create a fabulous menu for this event. Most of all, I would like to thank our host and hostess who contributed this dinner tonight. Many thanks to Charlie and Barbara. And now, here to add a few words of welcome is Dr. Charles Helton.
Thank you, Walty. Barbara and I are so happy to be able to open our home to all of you tonight. Last week, we got a sneak preview of the musicians when they came over to record their performances, and you are in for a real treat tonight. These young professionals sound like seasoned professionals, already a clear testament to their passion and training. So please sit back, relax, and savor your delicious dinner and drinks, and as we celebrate this excellent program for your young adult artists. I'd like to introduce Elizabeth Bielman, Executive Director of NCCMI, along with her husband, Jimmy Gilmore. Liz founded NCCMI 8 years ago as North Carolina Symphony musicians and dedicated educators. They both realized the power of great musical talent and for developing young musicians. Here's Liz to tell you a little bit more about NCCMI. Liz, take it away.
Thank you, Charlie. Well, it is really a delight to be here this evening. This is a celebration for sure. And I'd like to just add my words of welcome and recognize both Walty and Charlie for their leadership and generosity. Tonight is a real celebration because we've come through a tough year together. The importance of togetherness in a year of social distancing and quarantine cannot be overstated. For young people during a year like this, the opportunity to gather safely and communicate with others through their music is truly life-affirming. Jimmy and I founded NCCMI in 2012 because some of our students at a music camp just loved playing chamber music. They discovered a deep sense of belonging. And when we saw the impact of the program, we knew we had to keep it going and growing. Tonight, you will hear from one student who was with NCCMI from the very beginning. Sophia Canape, cellist with the Harmonia Piano Quartet, is now poised to begin her career in college as a music major. Sophia and other students will tell you about the powerful impact of NCCMI on their lives. But we'd like to begin with a colorful video produced by our NCCMI teacher and NC Symphony musician, Nathaniel Yaffe. You will see how our NCCMI program builds artistry in young people and how chamber music becomes the very air, that these students breathe. Here is Building Community. Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth Beelman and I'm here to tell you all about the North Carolina Chamber Music Institute. So what is NCCMI? Well, first off, we are all about chamber music education. That is, teaching music for small ensembles like string quartets. Chamber music is fun and it develops real artistry in kids. Students audition and join small ensembles of 3 to 4 players. Creative energy is really sparked when young artists work together. All qualified musicians are invited to participate in our program regardless of ability to pay. Each ensemble is mentored in weekly sessions. NCCMI teachers have the experience and passion to truly inspire our students. Groups learn classical and other styles of music adapted to suit their unique needs. When ready, they can participate in our events like master classes. Our partners in the North Carolina Symphony and Chamber Music Raleigh often provide guest artists for these events.
Great, and now let's get it super ridiculously together at all times. Same thing, so this is great. Great sound, great tension, great crescendo, and then you're playing so in tune with each other that release is 100% the end.
Rubbing shoulders with world-class artists gives our students the experience of a lifetime. Workshops teach practical skills and impart helpful knowledge like college and career planning and introduction to improv. Community engagement events, where musicians develop confidence beyond the practice room. Valued partners like libraries, churches, and the community music school work with us to provide supportive venues. At the end of each semester, ensembles share their best efforts in formal concerts, a real celebration. Students and the general public also attend special events like faculty artist concerts and conversations with difference makers. These events offer fresh perspectives and an opportunity for dialogue within the community. Chamber music is all about listening and adapting to achieve a collective goal.
NCCMI has allowed me to collaborate with many musicians my age in such positive ways. For example, by advancing the ways that I communicate while enjoying and playing chamber music between myself and others.
All large events are taking place virtually this year, and this has increased access to our program. NCCMI keeps students socially connected through their shared love of music. Families and partners provide safe locations for the weekly sessions. The NCCMI intern program offers helpful training to older students. They learn office skills, newsletter and event production, and how to mentor younger players. NCCMI and the City of Raleigh have partnered to achieve 2 recent highlights. The Summer Spotlight Series was an exciting virtual event that expanded our reach, and our pop-up parks concerts provide toe-tapping music all over the Raleigh area, fun for musicians and audiences alike. Have I mentioned that chamber music means playing together without a conductor? Well, our groups learn how to do this, and then they take it a step further. A recent national competition shows how the NCCMI program leads to excellence on the grand stage. First prize was awarded to our ensemble, Trio Serio. NCCMI groups have achieved recognition within our state and even overseas. All of our young artists enjoy exploring creative ways to collaborate and share their music. Our program, our partners, and our community, these provide NCCMI with the platform to have an outsized impact. NCCMI is looking forward to a bright future, one small ensemble at a time. Hello everyone, welcome back. I understand that some of you were having audio difficulties with the video that we just showed. So we will be replaying that at the end of our event today. But we're going to go on for now. And I'm going to tell you some other wonderful things about NCCMI. First of all, NCCMI is very different from other music education programs for a number of reasons. Our goal is to cultivate artistry in young musicians. So we have a very broad and exciting program with lots of learning and performance opportunities. Here is NCCMI by the numbers. In a normal year, we have between 75 and 100 students each year. And we have 20 to 25 small ensembles. There are 15 to 30 yearly performance events. Those could be major concerts, formal concerts, or they could be pop-up events at parks and libraries. We offer 10 to 15 master classes or workshops. Many of those are with some amazing guest artists through our partnerships with the North Carolina Symphony and Chamber Music Raleigh. We have 27 teachers who teach for NCCMI, including many North Carolina Symphony musicians, college professors, and other outstanding community teachers. In a normal year, we have up to 10,000 audience members that actually view our events. That could be, for instance, like now, viewing things in a virtual world, or it might be in person at the North Carolina Museum of Art. And finally, 44 is a number that represents the percentage of currently enrolled musicians who receive financial aid. This amount of aid represents a large increase over last year. Now, that's because the pandemic caused financial hardships for many families. And responding to that higher level of need, NCCMI rose to the challenge, raising additional funds through corporate and individual contributions. And we appreciate your help in meeting the continued need for the future. In a year where young people had very little control over their lives, NCCMI nurtured students and provided a truly important shared experience. Our first ensemble tonight experienced this firsthand. For these students, music is more than fun and games. It is also a serious business, hence their name, Trio Serio. As a result of their dedication, Trio Serio is among an elite handful of groups selected to compete nationally in the Fish-Off competition coming up in May. We are so proud of these young artists. The violinist in this group, Jae Jung, will be among 4 of our students selected to join the Elite National Youth Orchestra this summer. They'll be going on tour after their residency at Carnegie Hall. And now, here is Trio Serio.
Hi, my name is Katherine Yates. I'm a sophomore at Enloe High School, and this is my 7th year with NCCMI. I love NCCMI so much because it teaches important skills such as leadership and communication that you normally wouldn't learn just playing solo repertoire, and it's in a much closer setting than orchestral playing.
I'm Jay, and I'm also a sophomore at Enloe High School. This is my 6th year with NCCMI. NCCMI has allowed me to improve my overall musicianship as I've been able to learn from great teachers with varying perspectives.
My name is Max Yates. I am a senior at Enloe High School, and this is my 4th year with NCCMI. It turns out I'm very grateful for NCCMI because they are the reason I fell in love with classical music. When it comes to piano playing, almost the nature of the instrument becomes very soloistic, and it's very easy to just be playing solo repertoire and get the feeling that you're just playing music for yourself. But what NCCMI did is it provided me a chamber group, and instead of playing music for myself, I was playing music for others. And this whole perception of teamwork and just group building to accomplish a goal of making great classical music entirely changed my perception of the genre, and I fell in love with classical music. So I'm very grateful for NCCMI in that regard. Today we will be playing the Opus 70 No. 2 Piano Trio by Ludwig Beethoven. We love this piece of music because it's so characteristic of Beethoven's middle period, which is extremely happy, optimistic, and just joyous and triumphant. Beethoven was at the prime of his career and upbringing, so he was in very optimistic moods. So the Fifth Piano Concerto came out of this, the Eroica Symphony, so we think you can draw a lot of connections to these, especially since they're in the same key. We hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much, Trio Serio, for presenting such a beautiful work of Beethoven. We understand that several of you are having difficulty with the audio of our program today, and we're working on that right now and trying to get that solved. So please stick with us. At this point, we'd like to take a moment to remember those we've lost this past year and reflect on music's power to heal. There is no composer who could express the feelings of grief and comfort better than Johann Sebastian Bach. Performing his aria Du bist bei mir, or Liz and Jimmy, accompanied by organist Jason Pace. This performance was recorded at Church of the Nativity, one of our most valued community partners. Bach's words for this music are, "If you are with me, I go with joy."
Now, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce our next featured artist. You got a sneak peek of Tristan in our first video, although you didn't hear from him, and you will do so later. But now you'll get to know him even better. We hope that the situation has resolved since we've actually cut off the Facebook live stream. We think that that might have been the issue for some people with their devices. So Tristan Johnson has played the cello for only about 4 years, but in that time he has developed his skills to an incredibly high caliber. And as part of the Sphinx organization, Tristan was invited to perform in London and at Carnegie Hall. He will return to Carnegie again this summer, this time as part of the National Youth Orchestra. Tristan's NCCMI ensemble is called the CAT Quartet. That is an acronym of the musicians' first names. This wonderful group just won second prize in the International Great Composers Competition. Congratulations to Tristan and his colleagues who have put NCCMI on the world map. Now, here is Tristan himself to talk about his musical journey.
Hello, my name is Tristan Johnson. I'm the cellist of the Cat String Quartet, and I'm also a sophomore at Roseville High School. My journey with the cello began at age 12 in the 6th grade when I accidentally signed up for beginning strings. I immediately gravitated towards the double bass because of the size, but just 2 months after playing it, I realized that the instrument wasn't a great fit for me. I had been leaning towards the cello in secret, and after a month of asking the school strings teacher if I could switch to the cello, she finally let me. 4 years later, I'm in love with playing the instrument due to its wide range and its variety within the orchestra. These past 4 years have been filled with so much excitement. I've been able to perform at Carnegie Hall and the Royal Festival in London, including studying with a few great teachers around North Carolina, including Nathaniel Yaffe. To me, playing music is like an escape. When I sit down to play the instrument, it's like all of my conflictions, my worries, and all of my troubles just roll away. Music has always been my calm in the storm, allowing me to let go of any weight pressing against me and expressing myself through sound along the way. As a Black musician in a predominantly white field, I've often found myself in situations where I felt out of place due to the color of my skin. My goal as a Black musician is to set an example for every person of color that wants to pursue music. No matter the hardships or challenges that you may face, one's love of music cannot be hindered. The North Carolina Chamber Music Institute has also played a huge role in my musical journey. Not only is it hard to come across chamber music programs like NCCMI, it's hard to come across programs with such great players. Through NCCMI, I've been able to work with 2 amazing coaches, Dr. Shelopov and Ms. Germain. Dr. Shelopov encourages us to play with the full, confident sound while yet still finding that resonance and balance within us all. And Ms. Germain has allowed us to delve into the inner workings of chamber music and playing in a string quartet. Without chamber music in every musician's life, the foundations of musicianship is missing. Chamber music teaches one to listen more than they play, communicate without speaking, and many other valuable skills a musician needs to know in order to successfully collaborate with others through music. And that in itself is what NCCMI strives to teach each and every one of its students. My goal as a cellist is to be a soloist, and with the help of NCCMI, I've learned to listen and fine-tune each and every note I play so that a beautiful tone painting is created. NCCMI continues pushing me to further mature my sound while playing with others to ensure that a story is told within every piece I play. Now I'd like to play the Beret from Bach's Third Cello Suite in C major.
Thank you so much, Tristan, for sharing your story and for that beautiful playing. Next, I'd like to introduce NCCMI trustee Karen Hess and also Kristen Hess, I'm sorry.
No worries.
Kristen Hess and Assistant Executive Director Jimmy Gilmore to talk about how you can help to ensure that NCCMI continues to strive. Take it away, Kristen and Jimmy.
Thank you, Walty. Hey, everybody. We're so glad to be with you tonight. We're grateful for you joining us. And I just want to give a personal testimony as a parent. I am a board member, but I'm also a parent. I have 2 students who have been members of NCCMI for several years now, and they both very much enjoy it. And what I can tell you is they've grown in their confidence. They've grown in their abilities, both musically and otherwise. The ability to, in the case of my daughter, speak so that you can hear her with a microphone, and with better posture, and sharing what she's about to play and why it's important. But also the camaraderie of the groups, just like has already been shared, where they want to get together, the groups enjoy playing together, competing together. I think it really builds their ability to, put themselves out there. And that's really a lifelong skill for all of us. And so they're getting that at a very young age. And we're really grateful. My family is very grateful for what NCCMI has done for our kids. So we hope tonight you will consider that and give generously, right, Jimmy?
Exactly.
Consider the children.
That's right. Yes, consider the children. And there's, testimonials are always wonderful. And that was a wonderful testimonial about your children. So we sometimes need no more than to have the parents tell us what the effect is on those children. But thank you so much for that. Sometimes people ask us, what is the structure of NCCMI, And so, well, it depends on what angle you want to talk about it. But basically, it boils down to this. It takes basically 4 things. The composer, and that composer could be J.S. Bach. It could be Mozart. It could be Brahms. It could be Debussy. It could be Scott Joplin. It could be John Williams. But the point is, we're always trying to get these kids acquainted with really good music. And the thing about this is, though, in order for the kids to really learn the performance of great music, they have to be mentored. So that's the second part of the structure, or the teachers. And so many of our teachers are the top people in the community,
Sure.
Many symphony members and many university faculty people. So those elements have to be there, and then there's that final element that's got to be there. You have to be there, because this is what supports the efforts of all of us at NCCMI. And so you often ask, why do you have to do this? Well, we have to do it because this is the way we fund the arts in this country, is through generous contributions of people who, like yourself, really believe that it's important and necessary to carry culture and learning forward as we go into the future. And it's no time like now. So I think, based on what you said, Kristen, is that there is no better investment in children than something like NCCMI. And of course, there's very few things that are like NCCMI. But I do want to make sure that you know that we know that you have heard us talk about it. Unfortunately, because of the technological problems, you haven't heard a lot of this yet. But you'll have to take it on faith until you can hear it a little bit later. But trust me, you'll be impressed with these kids. So just remember that we have several levels that you could think about giving if you want to. A chamber music partner would be $100. A half scholarship is $325. A full scholarship is $650. But Kristen knows very well, and I've talked to her about this before, $650 is a small amount for a whole year of coaching with North Carolina Symphony and university professionals and all the mentoring they get. Some summer camps cost more than $650 a week. Master classes generally cost us $500 for an artist. We get artists to cooperate with us. They're very understanding about the fee not having to be a king's ransom. If you want to name a string quartet in your mother's honor or your father's honor or in someone else's honor, you can do that for $2,500. Now, if you really want to go big and you want to name a whole concert series, a faculty series in this case, you can generously donate $10,000. Now, I want to emphasize, I said 10,000, but I want to emphasize, no gift is too small.
No gift is too small.
That said, I will also tell you, Kristen, no gift is too large. So I want to make sure. I want to make sure that people understand that. Okay. So please, from the heart, give generously. It's a great investment. The children need it. This is what you do. Take out the checkbook, write the check. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jimmy. All right. And now we're going to hear from Ben McGatt, who's our office assistant. He's the one you probably got the email from. Ben is going to help tell you how to end the program on a high note.
Thank you, Kristen and Jimmy, and thank you all for being here tonight. Now, as you can see on this slide, there are two convenient ways that you can donate. So first of all, if you prefer to send a check, that's fantastic. You can mail that to this address here on the slide, and that will be placed in the chat for your reference as well. If you prefer to give online, then you can copy and paste the link in the chat into your web browser, or type directly into your browser nccmi.org/donate. Once you type that in, that'll bring you to this page on our website, and then it'll ask you to put in your information. The only information that's required for this is your name, your email address, and the amount of the donation you want to give. And then you can also check a box if you would like to sign up for our email newsletter. Once you've filled in your information, just press submit. That'll bring you to an external page that'll allow you to put in your PayPal information or card information to make the donation. That's all there is to it. Thank you so much for your generosity. And now back to Liz to introduce our next group.
Thank you for that, Ben. Now for our last performance, we have exciting music played by the Harmonia Piano Quartet. Two of these musicians, violinist Lena and cellist Sophia, will be joining Tristan and J.E. in the National Youth Orchestra at Carnegie Hall this summer. As the Harmonia Piano Quartet performs, we invite you to visit our website, make your donations, and share your excitement about NCCMI. We know that many of you have given already, and we thank you so much for your support. And now to the Harmonia Piano Quartet.
Hi, my name is Lena. I'm a junior, I'm homeschooled, and I've been part of NCCMI for the past 2 years. To me, chamber music is a beautiful and never-ending process of creating music, and NCCMI has given me the perfect opportunities and environment to do just that. From personalized coachings to workshops to master classes, NCCMI really has gone above and beyond in trying to give us the best quartet education possible and the best opportunities as musicians.
Hello, I'm Lauren. I am in the 11th grade at Apex Friendship High School, and this is my 5th year with NCCMI. I'm extremely grateful for NCCMI to continue to allow students to perform chamber music with each other and for the community during these challenging times. Their dedication has truly served as an inspiration for me and as a constant reminder that the arts will always persevere and be there when our communities need them the most.
Hi, my name is Sophia and I am a senior at Enloe High School. I have been a part of NCCMI since the very first year when it was founded. Back then there were only 3 quartets, and it's been amazing to see the incredible progress that this organization has made. NCCMI has been a huge part of my development as a musician. Being able to play chamber music with amazing friends and seeing everybody's growth throughout the past 8 years has truly inspired me, and it has only nurtured my love for music even further. I really hope that you enjoy this fundraiser concert, and I hope that you continue to support NCCMI.
Hi, my name is Rishikesh Ram. I'm a senior at Enloe High School, and I've been with NCCMI for 3 years now. Through chamber music, NCCMI has taught me how to communicate better with others and how to play collaborative music and how to understand how different voices are blending within a piece. And I think that skill set not only has helped me in chamber music, but has also transferred over to my soloistic skill set as a pianist. And so my favorite part about NCCMI is how it's allowed my musical horizons to expand.
Hello, we are the Harmonia Piano Quartet, and today we'll be playing the third movement of Torina's Piano Quartet in A minor. Torina was a Spanish composer, and his culture heavily influenced many of his works. As classical musicians, it's often rare to play a piece by a Spanish composer, so playing this piece has definitely given us the opportunity to expand our artistic horizons. We really enjoyed this piece and hope you do too. Thank you.
Thank you so much to the Harmonia Piano Quartet for that stirring music. We hope that all of you have enjoyed this program this afternoon, and as much as we have enjoyed sharing it with you. We appreciate your presence with us here tonight and for your contributions to NCCMI.
As we say farewell, we would like to raise a toast to our amazing students and teachers and all of you with the patience to work through the tech issues we had today. Please know we will be sending out a link to our YouTube video of this event, and you will be able to see the whole program in its entirety along with the beautiful performances. So as we conclude, we want to recognize all those who made this event possible. Our community of friends and supporters are listed on the final credits. You have all made a positive difference in the hearts and lives of young musicians with your support. So, here's to you, and cheers for a great year to come.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Thank you.
We appreciate your support. Good night.
Bye.